Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into something big and a little bit messed up. The government of Papua New Guinea has just sold half of MVIL's shares in BSP, the country's most profitable bank. Now I know that might sound boring or complicated at first, but trust me, this is huge. We're talking about one of the only state-owned companies actually making money for the country, being quietly chopped up and sold off. And the way it's all been done? With secrecy, speed, and no clear explanation. Let's break this down. Imagine you're a kid, and your family owns a pig that lays golden eggs every year. You don't owe anyone money. You're feeding your family well. But one day your parents secretly decide to sell half the pig, without telling you who they sold it to or why. That's what's happening here. Let's get into the details. Background context. First, let's talk about MVIL, the Motor Vehicle Insurance Limited. Sounds like a boring insurance company, right? Wrong. MVIL is actually the only profitable state-owned enterprise in PNG. No debt, no losses. It's been quietly doing its job, making profit and paying millions in dividends back to the government. 35.1 million kina in 2023, 38.2 million kina in 2024, expected 45.6 million kina in 2025. That's reliable, clean money. And where does that money come from? Their shares in BSP, Bank South Pacific, the most successful bank in the Pacific. Built right here in PNG, MVIL held 6.69% of BSP's shares. That's worth around 500 million kina. This is what's called a blue-chip asset, meaning it's valuable, stable, and earns long-term profits. What just happened? On July 1, 2025, the government sold half of those MVIL shares. That's 3.34%, or about 15.6 million shares, for 349.98 million kina. Boom. Just like that. The buyer? Not publicly named at first. For days, the identity was a secret. Eventually, MRDC, that's the Mineral Resources Development Company, came forward and said, "Yep, we bought 70% of the shares." They even used money from future generation trust funds, money meant to secure benefits for landowners and resource communities in the long term. So now, MRDC owns even more of BSP. Cool? Not so fast. Why people are mad. Let's talk about why this deal is upsetting so many people, and why some are calling it a dumb decision, even selling out PNG. 1. We're broke and desperate. Let's not kid ourselves. PNG's economy is struggling. Mismanagement, bad spending, and political show projects like Connect PNG are draining our pockets. In the last 2 years, PNG took loans from the IMF, June 2025, Australia. Other donor agencies, this government is hungry for cash. Now they're looking under the couch cushions. And what did they find? MVIL's profitable shares. It's like selling your one taxi that's actually making money, just to buy fuel for a broken-down bus. 2. No transparency. This whole sale was done quietly. The opposition wasn't consulted. Parliament didn't debate it. No one knew who the buyer was until days later. No open market bidding. No chance for the public to get a fair slice. It smells like a rushed deal made behind closed doors. And when people asked questions, Minister William Duma said, "Trust us, it's all good. PNG citizens bought the shares. Except MRDC is a government-owned company. So technically they just moved money from one pocket to another, while risking long-term returns." 3rd, sold way under value. Some reports suggest the shares were worth over 500 million kina, but sold for 300 million kina to 349 million kina. That's a 150 to 200 million kina shortfall. In simple terms, if you sell your iPhone that's worth 5,000 kina for just 2,500 kina, you've lost half the value. Was it a fire sale? Were they desperate for cash before things go worse? No one really knows. The government's excuse. So what's the official reason? Minister Duma says MVIL should focus on car insurance, not banking. We need money to invest in PNG Power and Water PNG. It's part of a strategic investment plan. We're not borrowing, we're reinvesting. Sounds smart, right? But here's the thing. PNG Power is literally drowning in debt. It loses money every year. It's like taking money from your smart cousin who owns a business and giving it to your uncle who's already bankrupt, hoping he'll turn it around. If PNG Power is such a mess, how do we know that 349 million kina won't just vanish into another failed project? And don't forget, MVIL wasn't even borrowing money. It was making money. Why would you sell your only debt-free, profit-making company to fund services that are proven to fail? Alternate views. What the opposition says. The opposition didn't hold back. They called this a secret, rogue deal done in haste. They said BSP is a pillar of financial stability. The shares help balance PNG's budget every year. They were never meant to be sold. They were meant to help future generations. The value of these shares could double or triple in the next 20 years. And worst of all, the deal was done without proper public debate or parliamentary review. Even business leaders and ordinary people on social media are furious. One person wrote, "Why are we selling profitable companies instead of fixing the ones that are broken?" Another said, "Sir Marape built BSP into what it is, and now it's being sold off in pieces." And that hits hard. BSP is one of the few things PNG has built and kept successful for decades. Now the government is treating it like a garage sale. So what does this really mean for PNG? Here's the truth. Yes, the shares technically stayed in PNG, at least for now, but the process was not transparent. The timing feels rushed and suspicious. The money might disappear into failing SOEs or misused budgets. MVIL's future profits? Gone or halved. Long-term revenue? Sacrificed for short-term survival. It's like selling your fishing net to buy one last meal. What needs to happen now? People are demanding answers. Who exactly bought the shares? Was the sale price fair? Will we see proper audits? How will MVIL survive without its cash cow? Who decided this was the best move? Where exactly is the 349 million kina going? And here's the biggest question. If MVIL is gone, what will they sell next? Our forests? Our airports? Our SOEs? Our children's future? So what do you think? Was this smart business or was this a short-sighted sell-off driven by desperation? Let me know in the comments. Do you trust the way this was done? Do you think MVIL's share sale is a one-off move, or is it the start of something worse? If this video helped you understand what's going on, hit that like button, subscribe for more breakdowns, and share this with someone who needs to know what's happening in PNG right now. Stay aware, stay informed. This is your country. Don't let them sell it off behind your back. Thanks for watching.